Hello, welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by W Energy Drinks, Drinks for Gamers, and Eldridge Air Conditioning. So back to our Porsche Cup Championship and round 7. This is we're in the United States for this one at the Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta, just north of Georgia, in a town called Brazelton. This is the venue, and it's 19 laps around this 2.5 mile clockwise circuit. So before we start, let's just go through the point situation then going into this one. So we've got Motorstorm Hero, who isn't actually here in this round tonight, on in the lead in first on 187, followed by Dyson in second on 170, myself, Paul, in third on 152, and then Rodders in fourth, or Love Rocket Rods in fourth on 128. Then got Inca Holmes in fifth on 125, so just a few points between himself and Love Rocket Rods. And a point behind Inca is James Stephen in sixth from 124. So that's all close there for fourth, fifth, and sixth place. Then we've got Brian Moncani in seventh on 117th. Niggle in eighth on 99. It's a bit of a gap back then to him. Hodgie in ninth on 84. He's not here tonight, along with Niggle actually, because we've got a few missing actually, a few on holiday, etc. And then we've got Biggie or Rossi in 10th place in 83. Joint 10th actually with Brownie in 11th on 83 as well. And then we've got the rest after that. So still all to play for, of course. So we are missing Motorstorm Hero. We're missing Niggle, Hodgie, Rossi, and I think that's about it. So we've got several cars down and a few light, but still I think it's about 12 cars out there for this round, for these two races, and 19 laps, as I say, so quite a long way around here on these ones. But well, let's get this first race underway, and let's go through that grid. So Dyson then, who again is going to make up some valuable points on Motorstorm Hero tonight. He's still trailing him by a little bit. I think it was about 17 points actually, so can easily make that up depending on how he does here tonight. So he's in pole position. We've got Inky in second, James Stephen in third, Paul in fourth, Stealth fifth, Brownie sixth, Seamus in seventh, Sideways George eighth, Brian the Mechanic in ninth, Slowpoke 10th, Brian Moncani 11th, and Love Rocket Rods in 12th. He didn't actually get a qualifying time in. Love Rocket, he was disqualified from qualifying for this one, so he didn't actually get any time in, which is why he's in 12th place. So here we go then. So come down this steep final corner here, across the line, away we go, start this race. So Dyson then into this tricky first corner. It's quite a nice corner, quite a sweeping one, but he slides it around there. He can go out wide, he's got to be a little bit careful, but it's pretty quick through there, you know. Look at all this now. This is where it's all going to gather up into this next right-hander. Very difficult through here, very close. Everyone's doing pretty well though through there. Now through these fast S's, beautiful piece of track this one. Look at them coming down the hill. Lovely shot as we see Stealth sliding behind Paul there. It's actually looking like he's going to take Paul down here. The right-hander, Paul's actually got half a second penalty through track limits there. Stealth goes up the inside, does he? He doesn't. He's got to sit behind Paul. He knows that he'll take him anyway. Paul will pull over to the right-hand side. The penalty zone's just up here along the back straight. So Stealth will take fourth place off of Paul. Now, I would suspect that Brownie will also take Paul. Here you go, Paul just pulls over. He didn't actually take him, Stealth. Thought he might, or will he take him down here at the chicane? He does. Brownie up the inside, so Paul does lose those two spots anyway. Still trying to get up to speed. So Stealth and Brownie gets through. Fourth and fifth place. Dyson still leading it ahead of Inky. James Stephen in third, Stealth then in fourth. Fifth, Sideways there in seventh. And this battle back here, Brian Moncani, Slowpoke, Love Rocket. Love Rocket already made up a couple of places on Brian Mechanic and Seamus, so Love Rocket up to 10th after one lap. sliding it through. It's going to be this very quick circuit, this one. With the exception of the couple of corners around here, it's all very quick, fast action around here. Rocket rods then, trying to catch up with Slowpoke. Quite making the move yet. So Dyson's getting on. He's looking alright back there. Inky's okay. James in third. Stealth and Brownie. Brownie now attacking Stealth. He's looking for fourth place. Brownie, well, Paul might also get a little bit, be able to get a bit of slip off these two ahead of him. Brownie's up the inside of Stealth, is he? Yes, he is. Good on the brakes, but he's not going to get that stopped. Oh, that was really hot in there. Brownie stays to the right-hand side, which is just as well because the cars are steaming round the left of him. Paul does take that on Stealth, so I think Stealth might have just got a little bit, so there's a move from Paul. I think Stealth got a little bit tangled up with that pass, just slowed him down a bit. Let's just go back. I think Paul just took the opportunity to get through, so we'll stay with Stealth. So Brownie goes off straight on. Stealth really get, I don't know, really quite get that the exit speed that he pulled down the inside at the final corner to take the move up to fourth again. Turn from Paul, back in, comes round, Eddie lost it. Stealth right behind him here, pushing all through turn one, up the hill, up to his blind corner now. Right, and that takes some of that inside curb, not a problem. Now through the S's, really quick up the gears here. Stealth took some grass and he just lost a bit of speed there, a lot of time. Just hitting the grass. Brownie then in sixth place, make him get a bit closer to Stealth, and in fact very close. He could have a move on here. Right-hander, no. Stick behind him here, I fancy. Get a bit of a run out of this right-hander along the back straight. We've got Brian Mulcahy sniffing around now as well behind these two, so Brian's going to be looking to see what he can pick up. Stealth still ahead of Brownie, but Brownie's now in danger of being done by Brian Mulcahy down here at the chicane. Brownie kind of covers a little bit to the left. Good job there, defensive job from Brownie, gets it right this time after going straight on last time. It's a bit better through there from him. Brian Mulcahy though, and stick to the back of his bumper light blue. Over the line to start lap 4. Right, all over the back of Brownie here. Is he going to make the move? If he does, where's he going to be at? There's not that many passing places around here really. One at chicane, I guess, is an opportunity. Turn 1 is a, well, if you get a good run out the final corner, I guess it is. Obviously the final corner you've seen. It's a couple, but not that many down here where Brian is attacking now, and he's got a great run on Stealth here. This is a passing opportunity, and he's going to get it done before he even gets to the corner. Good move. That was a great bit of exit speed from Brownie through that difficult left-hander at the end of the S's. Can easily pick up a penalty through there if you're taking too much curb, but now Stealth is back on it. Brian's on it. Behind them is Slowpoke. He's trying to get in the mix here. Sideways Jules is also close behind. But let's have a look back here and see, because Brownie and Stealth are still at it, coming down in the chicane, and Brian Mulcahy's going to have a look. Is he down on his teammate? Gets that job done. He does. Brian Mulcahy then up to 6th place on his teammate Stealth. So Stealth back to 7 now. Stealth just struggling to, or just starting to struggle to go forward a little bit here. It's just dropping back a couple of spots now is Stealth. So maybe he's having a bit of issue somewhere. Who knows? Slowpoke sideways. Love Rocket still in 10th. Behind them, we've got Seamus, we haven't really seen yet, have we? A long way back. I think either these two, him and Brian, either had it coming together or they both had 2 separate incidents. The safety car wasn't called, so clearly it wasn't 2 cars off the circuit. Otherwise, we would have been under the yellow flag, but maybe just 2 separate incidents. Maybe just can't get to grips with it round here. Who knows? Bright out, coming down. He's missed the last couple of rounds as Bright. Not sure if he was going to be here again, but clearly He's got it back, but maybe the car just isn't quite right. Down there in 12th place is Brian Mechanic. Dyson's still leading it by some margin over Inky. So Dyson starting lap 6, looking strong. Again, always seems to look really strong anyway, but seems to make it count when his closest rival, Motorstorm Hero, isn't on track. So when he isn't available, Dyson tends to go well, tends to pick up maximum points. I'm not going to say that because there's a long way to go in this race and anything can happen, but I'm just throwing it out there. Key in second. So actually these two are just pulled away, a bit of a gap over James in third. James trying his best to go with Inky. He is there. He's not that far behind actually, is he, James? But he wanting to try and get on as close as he can to them. Dyson with the fastest lap, 1:17.8 at the moment. But Paul in fourth. Again, not that far behind James. They're kind of on their own a minute. It's quite spread out. Top 4 cars at the moment. Over the top. It's got really light up there. Looks like you're flying off the edge there. Then Brian Moncani in 5th. Dropping down the other side. Brian is going to be putting on some pressure, we know. He's a quick guy, is Brian. But he's going to try all he can to get up to speed, and with the rest of them ahead of him. Brownie in 6th place, also not that far. He's going with Brian Moncani, in fairness to him. So Brownie looking strong. Sun just coming out here at the venue. Looks like it's going to be another warm day here in the States. Stealth in 7th. Looks like he's just his composure back a little bit, Stealth. Hasn't lost any more places, and it looks like, in fact, he's actually catching Brownie ahead of him. See, Brian Moncani's not that far ahead of them either, so Stealth now looking like he's, as I say, put whatever trouble he had a lap or two ago behind him, and he's getting that Porsche going forward again. Certainly we see it, didn't we, early doors. He was all over the back of Paul in the race, so we know that Stealth can, if he wants to, can apply the pressure from behind, and that's what he's trying to do to Brownie now. Rocket Rods, he's just fallen back now. Love Rocket, he's, I think he's had a moment somewhere, because he's into the clutches now of Sideways George. Quite close to the back of Stealth at one point, wasn't he? Love Rocket Rods, so I think he's had a moment somewhere, and Sideways has obviously bridged that gap. So can Sideways get that 8th place for Love Rocket Rods? Remember, we started from the back with Love Rocket Rods, back in 12th place due to that qualifying ban that he had over his head. So at the moment, it's not really affected him too badly, has it? Up in the 8th place. Only 8 laps gone, so still plenty of time in this race. We know that this place can be quite heavy on penalties around here as well, so he's got every opportunity to get some more spots there, depending on what happens ahead of him. Sideways George, of course, will keep pushing as hard as he can, so he can't slack off, can Love Rocket Rods. Slowpoke's just getting a little bit detached from everybody now. Look at that, sliding it, lovely shot, sliding round turn 1. Great shot there. Hard on the brakes now. Bang, across that curb, now down the S's. Full speed up the gearbox through here. No need to brake. All the way up, cut that corner there, now brake. Difficult corner this one. really difficult. Don't want to run too much over that line. No, perfect there from Slowpoke. That's where you can get a penalty. Get down to that right-hander. For Slowpoke, let's go on board. Just to finish this lap on board with Slowpoke. And this right-hander now. Feeding up the power. On the back straight through. Campers area. Most of the crowd hangs out. The barbecue's going. Into the chicane. And the second gear. Nicely through there. Just feeding the power up the hill now. Not too aggressive. Up over the top. Off the edge of the world there. You don't want to be on the grass there though. Close. Full speed through that final corner and over the line. So a good shot of Slowpoke there, wasn't it? That last section of the circuit. Then we've got Seamus, 11th. Brian Mechanic in 12th. Long way back is Brian, and I really don't know. As I say, I think there's an issue with the car being so far back. He's had them couple of rounds out, but maybe that was the reason why he had a couple of rounds out. Maybe the car just wasn't firing up all cylinders, and maybe the issues are still persisting. No such issues for our leader Dyson, though, still with that 1:17.8 as the fastest lap. I don't think he's actually improved it. He got that back on lap 4, so he hasn't improved on that time since. Let's see if he does now. I think so. No, he doesn't. Of course, it's more and more difficult to improve on your times. The more your tyres are wearing out, of course. Inky. His fastest lap back on lap 3. 18.0. Second place still. And James still in third. Really getting any closer to Inky here. Still quite spread out up top. 18.6 on lap 4 from James. What a lag there. Paul still in 4th place. This was an 1:18.7 from lap 6. Closing in is Brian Moncani on lap 2. His fastest lap at 1:18.2, but he is closing in on Paul now. At the other side, lap 11 now of 19. So we are over halfway through this race 1, and it does look like Brian is catching Paul. James is also coming back into play as well. So these three might soon, by the time this race comes to an end, nearing the end, these three may well be within striking distance of each other. There's a little bit of lag going on now. Not sure what that's about, but Brownie there in 6th place. Coming back, had a good start, did Brownie, but now just maybe struggling a little bit to get the grip going. 6th for Brownie. Love Rocket in 7th, who just looks like he's revitalised now, and looks like he's putting on a bit more pressure into the back of Brownie. It's not that far off him. Sideways there, half a second. I think he just picked it up at that point over that curbing in 8th place. So did Stealth, so maybe both of them did it at the same time. He's in 9th is Stealth, so both penalties, and that's going to have allow Slowpoke to possibly to get these 2 places up to 8th place from 10th. Let's see. They'll both be pulling over ahead of him, so we'll stay with Slowpoke here on the outside and watch him trying to get every little bit of drafting he can. He's certainly going to take Stealth. Has he got enough to take Sideways, Jules? And if he will, Sideways trying to use all the track, but Slowpoke nicely up the inside, and that's a good pass and a good job done for them boys. So Slowpoke then up to 8th place. Sideways back to 9th, Stealth now 10th. So maybe just picking up penalties now. Stealth is going backwards, but it could be a combination of continuous penalties, I'm guessing. So tyres are not actually that bad in comparison with others, so he's keeping his tyres relatively new. Seamus in 11th. Brian Mechanic still in 12th place. Dyson then coming down to the final corner. Let's go ball with Dyson actually as we start, or about to start, lap 14. We'll have a whole lap with Dyson around Michelin Raceway, Atlanta, Road Atlanta, into turn 1. Just a little lift. Now up the hill. He changes gear midway up the hill there. Now 1 gear down. Take that inside curb. Don't let it run too far to the left. Keep on that inside curb. The Porsche don't really like curbs, so you really want to keep off them. Up the gearbox all the way now. In fact, he revs it out in 4th, then changes 5th, then down 2 gears to 3rd through this difficult left-hander. But that's what I'm doing wrong. About 3rd here. In fact, he goes 2nd, and a little spurt up to 3rd, down to 1st. But if you like the hairpin, the slowest corner on the circuit. Now up through the gearbox, obviously, along this back straight, waving a toot the horn. So he goes past all his fans, but only his only fans that he's got. And on the hard on the brakes now into the chicane. Bang, bang, staying in 2nd. Now on the top 3rd gear, down the other side, 4th, up to 5th through here, fast as you can, over the line. There's your lap of Road Atlanta, courtesy of Dyson, our leader. And then Inky in 2nd. He's some way back, so Dyson has really pulled the pin here now. Coming to these closing stages, he's actually falling down back into the reach of James. Whether it'll be too late for James, we have still got what, 4 or 5 laps to go, but including this one, so plenty of time for James. Brian Moncani, obviously, he's still there sniffing around in 4th. So Paul's also caught up with Brian. As these 3, as I said, these earlier on, these 3 was going to possibly be in a 3-way battle come the end, as it was all closing in a little bit, and it has closed in a bit. Now we'll see what happens here. All in 5th place, looking at Brian Moncani ahead of him in 4th, with James in 3rd. Everyone, James tyre at the front left looking a little bit dodgy. Brian more on his, so and then Inky, look, he's not far off either, so okay, we might get a 4-car battle. But certainly Brian now all over the back of James. I think James is feeling it with his tyres. Brian obviously having a bit more his to play with. Brian then, he's going to be going for it. He doesn't hang about, does Brian. Paul just falling off back of these, but he's going to let these 2 fight his Paul. Sort of see what's going to be happening up here. Be obviously crossing his fingers that they take each other out, so he can get that 3rd place. Oh, Brian, you don't want to be touching the back wheel on your grass there. Oh, very lucky to get away with that. Hasn't really lost that much time. Maybe a fraction, but lucky through the fast S is not a place you want to be sticking your back end out on. Brian now looking all over. He's flirting with the edges of these curbs and the grass, and again both of them actually took a lot of outside grass there off the curb. Paul now, obviously, if he can just keep it clean. It's Inky going through. These 2 pushing, obviously James is pushing to try and keep Brian behind him. Brian's obviously pushing to go past James. Something's going to be need to go off here, I think. Let's get ready to rumble. That's what Paul will be singing. Let us rock the mic and all that. Here we go. 5th place then for Paul. He's going to be watching these guys ahead of him closely. She needs to probably try and get a bit closer in case something does, although having said that, if they do take each other out, it don't really matter about being now close. Don't be too close, otherwise you might get involved in it and get tangled up in it. As great through there from Brian again. Quick through that S is Brian. Right up the back of James now. James feeling the heat. The sweat running down his face and everywhere, I would imagine, on his body at the moment. So not a good look, not a good smell either. It's like Carney, like Jaws now. He's certainly gnawing at the back of James's rear end. James is obviously staying to the left, to be on the left. Brian the mechanic getting lapped, he's staying well out of the way, he's not getting involved in any of this nonsense. James though, he's not going to give it to Brian, and Brian trying to go on the outside, and that's for the inside. Always a little tag there, just runs James a little bit wide. So let's have a look at that again. I think Brian is on the inside. Actually, I'm not sure what happened there, really. Racing incident for me. James back to fourth. James is probably just struggling to get it turned on those tyres. Now that's allowed Paul, obviously, with the momentum to now catch up with James. He's not going to be taking Brian Carney because he's gone. Paul may have a sniff at getting fourth place from James. All depends. Oh, we ate lap 18, so we are actually on the penultimate lap now. Oh, Paul runs it wide, has to lift a little bit there. You can't give it too much power if you get your wheels on that, because you'll end up going backwards. So just lost a little bit of time there, Paul. So James gets a reprieve, goes again, and now he's eyeing up Brian Mulcahy again. James has suddenly wiped that sweat from his eyes. You can actually see what's in front of him now. Now Brian's running wide, a bit slow around there, he couldn't get it stopped. So the race is back on, but it's reversal now. It's Brian trying to defend from James, and again, Brian's going to stay to the left. James is going to stay down the right, but it's going to be Brian. I think James might grab it before he gets down there, or no, they're not. Side by side he does, yes. So Brian's going to have another look through there. So James does get that third place. That's a bit cleaner through there from them. Paul's now on him. Going into this final lap, this is all coming down to the end, isn't it, for these three? I did say by the time we get to the end, these three are going to be on it. Fortunately, I don't want to take my eyes off this battle at the moment, but we're going to have to if we're on the final lap. Paul's now getting a bit of a run. Oh, he can't go through there. He's going to have to sit behind them for now. Let's see what happens here. James is still holding up Brian. Oh, and Paul's around the outside of Brian, in the inside, sorry. Oh, side by side down through the S's. Paul's got him. Oh, does he? Oh, there's a little bit of a touch. Paul's got it there. Don't want to run too wide though. Want to move from Paul, but Brian's going to be on it again. So through the S's, Paul got the job done up to fourth, but Brian's going to be attacking him straight away back down here. Paul's going to let him go. Can he get the switch back here now, Paul? At the hairpin. He's going to be a bit tighter line. Can't get it done. Now he's going to sit behind him up to chicane. Going to have to go back to our leader here because he's coming up over the top to win and take victory here. Dyson over the line. Congratulations to him. Winner at Road Atlanta. Inky, he's going to get that second place as he comes up and over the top. I don't think there's any change behind these. This is where the battle's going on. James is going to get that third, and no, Brian's just held off Paul. Brian fourth, Paul in fifth. Brownie, oh, and there's a battle here as well. Sorry boys, but I was looking at the other one, but Brownie's just going to hold off Slowpoke to get sixth. Slowpoke seventh, great battle there. Love Rocket on his own a bit there in eighth place. Sideways, just ahead of Stealth in ninth, Stealth 10th, Seamus 11th. Actually caught up right up to them in the end, didn't he, Seamus? So good driving in the end, just a bit too late for him. And Brian the Mechanic finishing it off in 12th place. That is your race one from Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. What a race that was. More to come, race two soon, so join me for that one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.